So today I'm going to be changing out the little gear shifter on this truck. The problem is I'm very big. I'm a big boy and I got a small truck. So I got this guy right here and I'm going to show you guys how to change it out. This is an OEM and even got the Chevy logo on it right there. Look at that. Oh, wow, this is good quality. I got to pop it out. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So the stock gear shifter in the 2015 to 2022 is this big fat boy right here. So I think the first order operations is we got to pop off this little thing here. You can use a screwdriver or you can use a little plastic tool that I got right here. Let me get the camera set up and we'll get going. So I got the cheapest possible tools from Amazon and I should be able to just get under here somehow. Oh, okay, there we go. There's probably just a couple clips and tabs. And as cheap as Chevy is, I'd rather not break this little piece here. So I don't got a whole lot of room to get under it, at least with the tools that I have. I bought these because I swapped out my fiance's, oh shit. I swapped out her, what do you call it, speakers in her car. Oh, that was pretty easy. Now you just gotta, that ain't that bad. So you just got a couple little tabs right here. Hopefully the camera angle is decent. I'll probably clean out that, get all this stuff cleaned out here too. All right, the second part, I believe this should just pop up. Oh, okay. All right, so I don't think you even have to do that part, to be honest, because you just get under here. You can pry these up because there's just a couple tabs. You just got to work your way around it. Try not to break anything. I'm not the most graceful person, but I'd rather not break something. And you got one more. Okay. Okay, so once you get this far, you got a little clip back here. It just looks like it has two tabs. Good thing is you can't see unless you got to turn your car on. Right, to see that clip better, I'm going to pull that back, put my parking brake on, put it in low. Should just be that guy right there.
GPS connected.
Oh, okay, that wasn't that bad. Okay, so I don't even think you have to take off this whole piece here because the only piece that hides in there is this little guy right here. And then once you pull that up, I just put it in, I put it in to low so you can get this little connector that you can't see for shit right now. So that little connector, all you have to do is compress this little tab right here and then pull up. I have really big hands. I have a hard time getting my hands in there, but it's super doable. So I guess the next thing is we got to rip off the top part. We have to pull this all the way off. So good luck. Just before you rip this off, just make sure this is disconnected so you don't break that. And apparently you should just be able to, hey, just like that. Really wasn't that hard. That's actually kind of surprising. So now we got to get the new piece on and hopefully this connector works with that connector. But if anything, we can just splice it in. So the first issue we have, so this is OEM 15 to 20, and we have this little connector here. And this one, the newer one, comes with like a tab that just slides in there so you don't have to connect everything. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna pull this little piece off here. I believe I should be able to pop it off and we could get close to those wires and I'll just splice in those wires there. We'll make sure we try to splice in the right ones. So the second problem I found is these are not the same. This might, I don't know if they completely changed it or this is out of like a Blazer, because I think they do have the same, like a newer Chevy Blazer. It's not really technically a Blazer, it's just kind of a piece of shit. So I'm wondering, I've got to get this off here and we got to retrofit it. So this is going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, so I got these jerry rigged together. I'm gonna plug that in, see if the little button works. I never really use it, so if it doesn't really work, then I don't really care, because I plan on just owning this truck for the rest of my life, to be honest, or until it dies. So we're gonna go for a drive real quick. I plug that in. I mean, honestly, this isn't like how I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna tie these together with little butt connectors and everything. So, but we're gonna try this out first. One thing would have helped is if one was black and one was red, and then you could see which one is positive and negative, but we'll get going real quick. Everything's all torn apart. One thing I wish it did have was a push start, but you know, we can't all be picky. But the functionality of this, like it works fine. Everything's good. It is nice not having this big shafty boy right there. Oh shit, it works. Look at that. I'll go down to 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah. Okay, I don't know the exact orientation of what it's normally like, but we got in the right spot. Maybe you don't need to have them in a certain way. I'm assuming it's probably a positive and a negative, because I don't know what else it would be, or maybe up and down. But just to show you guys again, nice. Down to 2, down to 1. Hell yeah, let's go. All right, just to show you guys, so just because I don't want to mix up these wires and then plug it back in and get everything orientated, I just put some yellow tape on this one, and then I'm going to put some butt connectors there. That way everything is perfectly fine and everything will work. It's kind of nice like how shallow this is compared to like this big fat bulky one. The gauge of these wires were so small that my wire clippers were too big, and so I ended up having to use my teeth. And I couldn't even compress down the little butt connectors on there, so I had to use a pair of channel locks. So if you have the right tools, use the right tools, but I ended up not having the right tools. All right, we got everything situated on there where it needs to be. The only problem is that plastic, you have a small little gap there. I mean, you can kind of shove this up there and put some glue on there. It's not a 1-for-1. So the boot that it came with, I don't know if this comes off of a newer Colorado or if it's going to be like a Chevy Blazer. They're probably 1-for-1, but this is obviously from 22 and up, I believe, 22 and a half. So I wish I would have been able to keep this one, but the sizes are obviously different. But the thing is, it shifts everything the same. These work. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's going to work. And it'll be a little more comfortable. So let's slap it in there. All right, I got all that cleaned out in here. Just because, I mean, if it's sitting there all open, might as well get in there and clean it. Like I said, I didn't think I needed to take this off to get to it. Make sure that's all on there. It is a cheap little plastic piece there, but I mean, a lot of these Chevy vehicles, the quality's not insane, you know, like you get what you get, I guess, in a sense. Make sure that's plugged in. Don't have a ton of room. Oh, fuck. Oh. These came off, so I got to take this back apart and plumb these back together. So I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so I got it all back together. Got Got this clip back in there. This is where it needs to be, I believe. You make sure. Yeah, I mean, it works. You just have that little gap right here. But I mean, it's not the end of the world, to be honest. You know, it could be cleaner, but when I'm sitting in here and you got when I got my seat where it usually is, you know, my leg's sitting here or sitting right here and it's hitting against my leg, and I don't like that, but I like this is a little bit higher. I do like how the height of it, as you can kind of rest your hand there. I mean, it's not too bad. So the difficulty with that really wasn't that bad. Popping those clips out, super easy. Splicing the cables is more of a pain in the ass because I got big sausage fingers and it's really hard for me and I don't have the proper tools. But swapping that out, it's not gonna be 1-for-1, and there might be some that are more 1-for-1 because I feel like, I'm pretty sure that one's OEM, and there might be some like, you know, aftermarket ones that could fit better. But overall, it works, fits well. You don't get your legs sitting there. In the next episode, I'm changing out all 4 rotors, all 4 brake pads. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this far. Make sure you like the video. I got big things coming. So new shop's coming up with a lot of projects. So make sure you stay tuned. It's not just gonna be this old piece of shit behind me. I got a lot going on. Corvette, Camaro, Jeep, Cummins, all that. Love you guys so much.